simplify each expression. So when multiplying, dividing, some things that we'll want to do every single time. Okay? If you're dividing, so 1, if you're dividing, the first thing you're going to want to do is multiply by the reciprocal. And 2, in order to make things easy, we want to factor things completely. So in part A, we're not dividing, we're multiplying. Actually, I want to make, these don't really matter the order, but I like to factor first and then multiply by the reciprocal. So we'll look at factoring first. So in this first expression, we're multiplying. I have an expression there. You need to factor it. X plus 4, x plus 5. The bottom, you're going to need to factor it. It has a common factor of 2. Take that common factor out. Multiplied by x squared minus 1 is a difference of squares. X plus 1, x minus 1, over 3x plus 5 has a common factor of 3, x plus 5. If you had common factors, you might have things that need to be factored even more. Oh, the x squared plus 3x minus 4. That probably can be factored even more. If you did bad on the factoring unit, I'm sorry. It's not going to be a good Christmas. X plus 4, x plus 5, over 2, bracket, 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 bracket. Factoring this is x plus 4, x minus 1, and now the fun begins. Now the fun begins. I mean, the factoring is fun. I understand if you really love factoring. But now that you've factored, is there anything that we can use to simplify? X plus 5 and x plus 5. Anything else? X minus 1 and x minus 1. Anything else? X plus 4 and x plus 4. Awesome. What are we left with? We're left with on the top. I'll go blue again. We're left with x plus 1 on the top. And on the bottom, we're left with 2 times 3, 6. Done. See, that's the fun part. Everything cancels out. And so what takes a long time is you have to factor everything, right? Canceling things out, not so bad. Okay. Let's look at part B. So I said let's factor everything first. Factor out your common factors if there are any. No, I want to factor first. We'll get our quizzes back tomorrow. Some people have to write it yet. Okay? So factoring out the common factors, after you factor out the common factors, then there might be more things. This is the difference of squares, so that'll be x plus 2, x minus 2 over x minus 7, x plus 3. So factor everything first, then, if you're dividing, multiply by the reciprocal. X minus 2 over 3x minus 7 multiplied by, and now we can write the reciprocal. Perfect. Once you have it factored and you have everything multiplying, now we can start to look, is there anything identical that we can simplify? X minus 2's. And x minus 7's, yes? Oh, and the 3's? Well, if you cancel 1 3 with 1 3, you can't double, that 3's gone. You can't cancel another 3 with the 3 that's already gone.
But can't you just take like 3x minus 7? Yeah, can't you take out like the entire 3x?
You could have taken the entire 3x out, so, because what would you be, you'd still have a 3 on the bottom, right? Okay. Is there anything else we can simplify?
No.
No. So now, what are we left with in our numerator? X plus 3. And 3 and x plus 2. And we're done.
Are we going to have to do quadratic equations?
These are quadratic.
No, but like the b squared.
No, because that doesn't simplify nicely, right? So these ones, you have to use your factoring. You have to use your factoring skills.